Hello students, this is the second and last lecture of chapter 1. We will discuss these points. First point is physics in relation to technology, means how the physics is related with technology. Means first point is electromagnetic wave. Electromagnetic wave is the invention of physics and that is used, means as a technology, we are using electromagnetic waves in televisions, in mobile signals, in radars, and etc. etc. This is Newton's law of gravitation. Newton's law of gravitation is the invention by the Newton, we can say, and this is of physics. And how the Newton's law of gravitation is used, that is technology. Where the Newton's law is used? In satellites. In satellites. If this is a Earth, this is Earth. Satellite is revolving. Geostationary satellite. We will study in detail in chapter 8, gravitation. This is the satellite. This is revolving around any planet like Earth. This will have an attractive force that is gravitational force and a counter force that is centripetal force. Centripetal force means Newton's law of gravitation is used in satellites, and that is a technology. Next point, that is X-ray. Invention of X-ray is physics and use of X-ray is technology. Where it is used? You all know that X-ray is used to detect the fractures or dislocation of the bones. And next point is nuclear power. Nuclear power, nuclear fission is used to produce the electricity in thermal power plants. Next point, that is technology and principle. Means in any technology, in these technology, which principle is used? First point is heat engine. Heat engine have many types, like steam engine, like petrol engine, diesel engine, and etc. etc. Heat engine, which principle is used? Thermodynamics principle is used in heat engine. Next is Wi-Fi. You can say also you can say wireless technology. Wireless technology. In wireless technology, electromagnetic wave is used. Means on the principle of electromagnetic wave, wireless technology used. Next point, that is lasers. You all know that lasers, but I think you don't know more about the lasers. What is lasers? Laser is a simple light having very large amplitude. You all know that in sound, if the amplitude of the wave is high, the intensity or loudness of the sound is very high. Means strength of the sound is very high, we can say. See, in the same way, if there is a light is an electromagnetic wave like this. If we amplify means to enlarge the amplitude of the light, amplitude of the wave of light. When we increase the amplitude of the light, of the waves of the light, then the strength or intensity of the light increases. We can say that the strength of the light is increases. Means amplification of light. That principle is used in the laser. Second, next point, that is rocket propulsion. On which principle rocket works? You all know that Newton's law Newton's laws of motion, we can say third law of motion, action reaction principle is used in the rocket propulsion. Next is hydroelectric power. Hydroelectric power, hydro related with water, electricity. Hydroelectric means electricity, production of electricity with the potential energy of the water. How it is produced? It is produced, you all know that there is a dam. Water is collected in dam and water is released, means at the point water is released. When water is released, water changes its potential energy into kinetic energy. There is a turbine. When the water changes its potential energy into kinetic energy, that principle is used in hydroelectric power plant. We will discuss these points in detail, but there is a simple only naming. Next point is aeroplane. On which principle aeroplane works? You will study the principle in very detail in class 11th. Aeroplane works on the principle of Bernoulli. Bernoulli's principle is used in the aeroplane. What is Bernoulli's principle? We will study in detail in 11th class. Next point is optical fibers. Optical fiber, 4G technology is based on the optical fiber. How? We all know that if two electrical devices is connected with wire, means electricity will flow through the wire, means electron will flow. But when we switch on any appliances, the potential or electric field flow inside the conductor, inside the wire. It may take some time to go from this particular point to this particular point. When you use a fiber means a transparent medium, cylindrical medium, transparent cylindrical medium, that is called fiber, optical fiber, and electrical signal is converted into light, and that light carries the information, or you can say that the signal is transmitting through the wire. Speed of flow of, you can say, speed of flow of electric field or potential is much smaller than the speed of light. You can say 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. Speed of light is very greater than the speed of flow of, we can say that, electric field or potential. That's why the speed in the 4G technology is very high. Means optical fiber, in optical fiber light is used, means we can say that electrical signal is converted into light signal. And optical fiber, in optical fiber there is a phenomenon, and that phenomenon is known as TIR, total internal reflection. You all studied in the class 10th. You will study in class 12th also. TIR means total internal reflection. Why this is named as total internal reflection? Why not only internal reflection? Because the ray is try to go from one medium to another medium. The ray is try to go from one medium to another medium, but it is reflected in the same medium. This is called the TIR, total internal reflection. Why total internal reflection? Why not internal reflection? Because the ray is internally reflected. Why it is not called internal reflection? Why it is called total internal reflection? Okay, this is a question, and this the answer of this question I will give you in class 12th. You can search. Okay, next, that is fundamental forces in nature, very important for class 11th. Very important, fundamental forces in nature. Let us discuss. Okay, fundamental forces in nature. What do you mean by fundamental forces? There is a lot of forces in nature, like frictional force, like viscous force, like frictional force, like van der Waals force, like gravitational force, electromagnetic wave, electromagnetic force, strong nuclear force, weak nuclear force, contact force, central forces, many other forces. But all these forces can be considered as a fundamental forces, means these four are the fundamental forces. Only four forces are fundamental forces, and other forces included in these forces. Means what are they? They are, first point, that is gravitational force, second is electromagnetic force, third is strong nuclear force, and fourth is weak nuclear force. Let us discuss these forces one by one. First point is gravitational force. What is gravitational force? Gravitational force is the force of mutual attraction between the two masses. This is m1, this is m2. The force of attraction between these two masses is called gravitational force. You will study in detail in class 11th. Okay. That force is equals to F is equals to G times, you all know, G times m1 m2 upon r square. You can say that force is directly proportional to the product of the masses, and force is inversely proportional to the square of the distance between the masses. Next is electromagnetic force. Electromagnetic. First point is electro and second point is magnetic. We can say that electromagnetic force. First is electric, and the second is magnetic. When any charge is at rest, it will produce only electric field. Means any other charge will feel electric force. If the charge is in motion, there will be electric field, magnetic field. Means it will produce electric force and magnetic force. On combining these two, electric and magnetic force, is called electromagnetic force. We can say that if a charge is in motion, then any other charge will feel a force that will be combination of electric and magnetic force, and on combining these two forces we will call it electromagnetic force. Next point is a strong nuclear force. And our last one is weak nuclear force. What is a strong nuclear force and what is weak nuclear force? These two forces are the nuclear forces. You all know that there is a nucleus and electron is revolving around it. Nucleus. In nucleus there is a neutron and proton. In the nucleus there is neutron and proton. The force between neutron and proton. may be between proton and proton and between neutron and neutron. Means force that binds the nucleus is called strong nuclear force. This is very very strong. That ये इतना स्ट्रॉन्ग होता है कि इसको ब्रेक करना अभी पॉसिबल नहीं. इसको हम ब्रेक करेंगे, इसको हम ब्रेक नहीं कर सकते, इसलिए इसको बोलते हैं वेरी वेरी स्ट्रॉन्ग न्यूक्लियर फोर्सेस. दैट एक्ट्स बिटवीन द न्यूट्रॉन 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 प्रोटॉन and proton proton. Means the force inside the nucleus that binds the nucleus is called the strong nuclear force. Next point, that is weak nuclear force. Weak nuclear force. We all know that in nuclear fission, when nucleus is break into two parts, when the nucleus have very high mass, heavy nucleus breaks into two parts, that is the heavy nucleus. If we break into lighter nuclei, this is called fission. In the fission, there is emission of alpha, beta and gamma. Alpha particle, beta particle and gamma rays. Alpha particle and beta particle and gamma rays. In beta decay, जब बीटा डिके होता है तो इसमें क्या होता है, इसमें एक इलेक्ट्रॉन निकलता है और एक न्यूट्रिनो निकलता है, दो चीजें निकलती हैं. When beta decay occurs, there is a emission of electron and neutrino. Neutrino is a subparticle of the nucleus. Subparticle of the nucleus, we can say the subparticle of the atom. Neutrino and electron, when they emit from the beta decay, there is a mutual interaction between electron and neutrino, and that force between electron and neutrino during beta decay, that force is called weak nuclear force, and this force is very very weak and stronger than gravitational force. On comparing these, strong nuclear force means third is strongest. Strong nuclear force is strongest. And then second point, electromagnetic force is stronger than gravitational force and weak nuclear force. Then last first point means gravitational force is the weakest, and then weak nuclear force, then electromagnetic force, and strongest force is the nuclear force. These two forces, nuclear forces, acts when the distance between the particles is very less, means 10 to the power minus 15, or we can say the nuclear size. These two forces act in the nuclear size only. Electromagnetic force have some range, but gravitational force act at infinite. When the distance between the two masses is very very larger, then the gravitational force will act between these. If the distance between the two objects is very very large, then these three forces will not act, only gravitational force will act. I hope you understood these concepts. Okay, thank you.